how's it going, guys? Welcome back. Okay, within the last video we were working on the navigation panel here of our main template layout. So today we're just gonna work on the what you call it, the content area section. So here within our template file, what I will do is actually within the CSS itself, what I need to do is actually let me show you here. So the main content area, or the content area, consisted of four main sections, which is going to be the header over there. There's going to be a second or subheader right beneath it, and then there's going to be a content area and then a footer. So to set up this, I'm going to use a grid system. So here within the box2 class over there, we're going to say display. I'm going to say grid, and then I'm going to say grid template columns. I'm just going to say 100%, and then I'm going to say grid template um, areas. I will say so what I'll do is say I'm going to say header, and then I'm going to say sub header, and then there's going to be main area, and then there's going to be the footer. All right, so then now what I need to do is say grid template rows, and then the first one is going to be about 5%. The second one will be the subheader there. Let me just say 7%, and then the main area I'll give it 83% of the row, and then the bottom one will be 5% as well. I mean the footer, the footer over there. Okay, so now here within the template, within the box2 area there, I'll say header, or let me rather say main page header. And then here I'll say sub header, and then here I'll say main content area. And then the last one is going to be the footer. Okay, so I'll say main page header, and then here I'll say not sub header, main content area, and then this one I'll just say footer. So let me copy this. Just gonna create two panels here. And then footer. I'm gonna copy that particular class there, place it here. Copy the subheader. Okay, so those are the main content areas. I mean, those are the main sections there. So now this one, I'm gonna say grid area. This one will be header, and for the subheader, that one will be sub header, and then for the main, that will be main area. And then obviously this one is gonna be footer. So if you want to see them how they are lined up, we can just give them borders there. We can say border 1px solid, I'll say green, and I'm just gonna copy, paste it there. Say blue, orange, and maybe this one. Alright, so hopefully I did the right thing. Let me just save this as well. Let's see how they lined up. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it, but that's the main header there, that's the subheader, main content area, and footer. So I'm gonna first do some styling for the main page header. This one with the footer plus minus going to be the same, so I'll start with those. So background color, just gonna give it white, and then border is gonna be 0.5 pixels solid, and then I'll give it a grayish color. So I'm gonna make it something like that, and then box shadow. In fact, I don't even need to create a box shadow here. I can use a Bootstrap class for that. I'm gonna copy that, paste it here. This time it's gonna be top instead of bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna comment out the border styling there, and along with the subheader. In fact, along with the main content area as well. So let's just check it out. Alright, so that's our header over there. And like I said, I wanted to give it a bit of a shadow, so I'll say it's shadow FM. Alright, okay, that's the footer, and then that's the main page header. Now the last thing I wanted to do was what else did I want to do here? I think that's it. Let me give this a padding, by the way. It'll be, let's say 20 pixels, and then top will be, oh no, 20 pixels from left to right, or rather let me make it, yeah, I think that's fine. So but let me just see. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so that's our main section on this side. So this will be our main layout. So within here, what we can do now is we're gonna do that yield thing, the yield directive that I showed you earlier. So I'm gonna say yield. This will be main content, uh, yield sub header, and then yield main page um, header. Footer will always stay the same, but for now what I wanted to do is let's give it a padding of actually let me just do it here, just say text center padding will be let me just say 2, and then within here I'm just gonna say uh, I'm just going to use a PHP function for that. So I'll say date, and then say y, and then from here I'll say all rights reserved, something like that. So let's just see how it looks. All right, there it is there. And the font, I'll just say 12 pixels. Font family, I'm going to use that same one, Comforter. Okay, but let me do the padding here within the file itself, 5px overall. Didn't change much. Is this thing even making any changes there? You know what, it's fine, let's just leave it like that for now. Okay, so what do we need? We need our page identifier over there along with the display of our username. So for now I'm just going to statically input that. In fact, I don't even need the what I would need is the page title thing. That I'll definitely need. I'm going to paste it there. So whatever, so since if we are in the dashboard page, it will also display there at the top along with here within the header. So if we check it now, it now displays the dashboard. All right, so first things first, flex. So I want them to align to the center there. Okay, and for the padding, I'm going to use the same one as the main content area. Okay, what else do we need? We need the username display. So for that, I'll say say welcome. I'm gonna put it in a span element, and then I'm also gonna give this one a span element. For now, I'll just put a fake name there, John Doe. So the class, I'm gonna say that is way too big. What I'll do is by default, I'm gonna give it a styling, so I'll put it right underneath there. And then obviously I'm gonna say margin left. I'm gonna say auto, so it should shoot all the way to the right over there. Okay, so but I want it to at least be somewhere around here. So what I'll do is margin right. I'll just give it about 50 pixels. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Okay. Font weight, say 600. Okay, I think that's fine. So now I want to change the color of this one. So right beneath there, I'll say username. And I think the color that I gave it was a light gray, but it will not display accordingly if we do that. So I'm going to take this color over here. Let's see if it looks. Yeah, I think that's fine. All right, so we can we're gonna modify this a bit earlier on once we start working with. In fact, we might even do it within this video if it's not too long. But yeah, so um, what else do we need to add within here? I think that's mostly it. I think the dashboard is fine as it is. Um, okay, so I think we should address the navigation list. So here within the views folder, I'm going to create another folder called partials. And within here, I'll create another one called admin. And then within the admin folder, I'm going to create a file called admin nav.blade.php. All right, so what I'll do is this navigation list, I'm going to cut that out. And then I'm going to paste it within here. All right, and then now remember we this is the master template, this one over here. So here what I'll do is I'll say yield and say navigation. All right, so now what we do is we go into the admins. Okay, I just want to comment this out so that you can see something here. So if we were to refresh this, now we don't have a navigation list. So if I put that out, I mean, if I uncomment and refresh again, now it's showing up. So guys, I don't know if I'm moving it a bit too fast or anything like that, but just to recap again, we have created a folder here. Within that folder, we have our template, which is this one over here. So this is our main layout. And so anywhere within the main template where we set up these yield directives over here and give them names, um, any file that extends this particular layout, like for example, in our admin, we have the dashboard, and at the top there we extend we extend that master template that we created, and anywhere where we set up these yield directives, all we have to do within the file that's extending the master template, we just have to access the name of that yield directive, and then within there, whatever we put between that section, it'll inject whatever code or elements that we want to add, um, wherever there's a yield the directive set up. I hope I'm making sense over there. So if we extend a file, you can access certain areas of that particular file wherever these names have been set up with the yield directive or over there. So hopefully I've made sense over there. So that's what I'm doing here. So within the section here where it says navigation, I'm including the partials, navigation partial, because like I said, the navigation won't be the same as the client side. And so that I just wanted to make that clear in case if there's those of you who don't understand what it is I'm doing over here. Okay, so we've done that. We've included the navigation list. We've got our name there, and the other thing is, let me just think for a second there. Um, okay, here by the name here, this is actually supposed to be a drop down. So what I need to do is, I think I need to wrap this div over here as a drop down. So I'll say drop down, and then by the way, this is a Bootstrap class or a Bootstrap functionality. So within the drop down, what I need is this item over here. Since that's the name we'll be clicking, I'll say if I remember, I think it's drop down toggle, drop, and then toggle. And then what I need to add is the ID of the or the item that I'm going to be dropping down. So I think after here, um, I think I'll have to say data and then toggle. Let me just check my notes again. I think it's, and then I'll say and ID. Okay, and then in here there's going to be another div. And then if I'm not mistaken, I have to give it the exact same name as this one. And then I have to give it a class of drop menu. I'll just add a link within here or an anchor tag. Just want to test it out. The class will be okay. So now for this to work, we need two JavaScript classes there. So I'm gonna say script. So same way we access the CSS file, I'm gonna say asset, and then it's in the JS folder, and then the first one that needs to be set up is the pop. Let me get the name correctly there. This one over here, and then put the name there. All right, the other one we need is this one, the app.js. Now, if you're wondering, this app.js is usually a JavaScript file that comes with Laravel installations. So I've always had this within my folder, but if you don't have it within you, within your folder, if you don't have access to it, the only way you can get to this particular JS folder here, what did I do here? Oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong directory. So sorry, this app.js file here. This is basically the one that comes with the Laravel installations. So this one is different, or rather, let me say this one is a bit different because it's a new Laravel installation. But in here, there's all kinds of JavaScript stuff that has been set up or by default. So this you need that app.js file in order for this popper.min.js functionality to work. Let me just show you what I'm trying to say here. Okay, so when you click there, it's supposed to pop up that box over there. And so in order for it to work, you need that popper.js file and then that app.js file. If you don't see this or if you don't have this, if you go to the Bootstrap website, they will give you links to where you can download this required file with from their website, and then you can just copy it within your directory. So for me, like I said, I've always had these downloaded onto my computer. So all I did was just copy it onto our what you call it, our project. Okay, I've been rambling on and on and on. So I think I should just add or close the stop the video here. We've did all we needed in terms of the main layout, and then from here on all we have to do is just inject certain things within certain sections of the layout, and then that's it. The one last thing we'll need to do is an accordion for our menu list over here. So I think we'll do that within the next video, but for now I think this is all we need for this video. All right, guys. So I think I should just stop the video here. Again, apologies for taking for the videos taking this long. But yeah, still need to work on certain areas when it comes to coding. But in any case, if you've liked what you've seen so far, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys within the next video. Cheers for now.